What is up, everybody? It's me, Trigger Happy Gamer, and today we are back with another episode of the Monster Mash. I honestly didn't think I was going to do another one this year. If you know what's been going on with the internet recently, there's been a lot of problematic people coming out of the woodwork. There's just so much stuff going on. My little pea brain is overwhelmed to explode. Like, it's really hard to focus on anything nowadays. So it took me a minute to pull myself together enough to actually be able to focus and do stuff. In the end, I decided though I was going to do more of it because I really liked how Phil's had turned out. And I decided to do one of Phil's friends, another content creator I've been watching for a while named SNEEG SNAG. So if you don't know, SNEEG SNAG is an American-based Twitch streamer and YouTuber who does a lot of content. Like, it's not even just Minecraft, which is the best part, because most of that group does Minecraft, which makes sense because that's their niche and that's what they're popular for. But SNEEG SNAG, with his smaller community, still very large. I mean, 200, 300,000 subscribers is nothing to sneeze at. But under, 1 million, 2 million, you can, I feel like, be more comfortable doing what you want because there's no large, like super large audience, like let's say Dream, who gets threatened all the time by his stans because they want more Minecraft Manhunt, or they want this and that, or they're accusing him of stuff every other day, or like Tommy in it. And I remember, I think 2021, they had a whole hashtag Tommy negative thing going on Twitter because they're all psychos. But like, SNEEG SNAG is a real one who doesn't have to worry about it as much because of his smaller fan base. It's still large again, but he is more comfortable with doing whatever he wants because there's less of that threat of crazy stans going after him, which, good for him, honestly. The reason, though, I started watching him, I found him because of the Origins SMP that I found interesting, and then they started doing lore, so I stopped watching it because lore doesn't really interest me anymore. Like, the Dream SMP was fun for a while to watch, but then it got convoluted and I got confused, and then Technoblade passed away, and so I had no reason to stick around. I was only there for Technoblade. But I didn't stick around for SMP and Minecraft. I actually stuck around for his Crime Time. If you don't know, he has a criminology degree and he likes to educate people on the American law system in terms of interrogations, which when I was in college for the same degree, we called them custodial interviews. But interrogation footage and that kind of stuff is really interesting to him and me. So I stuck around because I quite enjoyed watching him discuss things that I knew, but not a lot of people knew. I'm not a crazy true crime fanatic, but I do like watching like JCS. I wish he came back, but like JCS, those kinds of informative things. I also like Observe, who does body language analysis. That kind of stuff is very interesting to me. And if you're a crazy serial killer fangirl, get off my page and never come back because I hate you. Anyways, respect the families, respect to SNEEG SNAG because he is very informative and he doesn't back down from his opinions or his correct statements in certain cases because his chat says so or people are trolling. He seems like a good guy, so that's why I've stuck around for so long. Anyways, with SNEEG SNAG, the original inspiration for his monster was actually from where I found him, which was the Origins SMP. He played the Inchling, but his Minecraft skin was changed to look like a little moth baby, which I think is their own origin. Like there is an Origins mod for Moth, but he was Moth, baby Moth, and I thought the best way to pay homage to that big Mothman, Big Moth, makes sense to me. When I was designing it, I know that his little profile picture is a character from Undertale mixed with him, so I tried to use that. I actually used his U2's concept art and his profile picture as the color scheme. When creating a Mothman character, I know that Mothman, I think he grabs people like in like cryptid lore, I suppose. He's grabbed people before and taken them away. And I think the best way to grab someone while you're flying is talons. So I gave him these weird talon feet that can grip onto things. I've decided for SNEEG SNAG's story, because all of my monsters have stories, all my monster YouTuber mashups have stories, is that he's the protector of the forest. And so that's why he's in the tree watching you, because if you don't make sure you put out that fire correctly, he will beat you up or something. I don't know. He is the protector of the forest. He flies around. His dark colors are usually hard to spot other than his vibrant blue eye and the white of his clothing and his large blue wings, but those could be construed for other things like eyes. Like if he's flying far enough up, it'd be like eyes that are in the sky or other things like that. And I just thought, it makes sense to me. I don't really have to explain why I do it. Sometimes there is no explanation. You just go, yeah. I tried to make his wings large enough for him to feasibly be able to fly, but there's an issue with that in that it probably have to be larger than a 6-foot wingspan. And I don't know the exact numbers, and my internet keeps going down, so I don't really have the time to Google that when I'm drawing. I've got like 3 seconds of internet to post TikToks right now of my drawings, so I don't really think too hard about wingspan. I actually made them bigger from the original sketch so that it looked more feasible, but I wasn't going to stress out if it didn't, because original Mothman apparently has tiny wings that were, I can't remember exactly what they were, like size-wise, but that didn't flap in the wings, so if they're small, too small, I'm not gonna cry at night about it. Most of this was just creating a monster, really, based off of a humanoid figure. My favorite thing about it, though, is how I made the beard, the start of the body color, fur color. And I didn't really shade it to be fur, because I don't know how to shade fur. I'm really bad at shading hair already, so don't make me shade a bunch of fur. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's supposed to be fur. I think that's my favorite part. I also liked how I added the ace symbol, I think that's an ace, yeah, to the wings, and one of his panties has that same patch on it to give homage to the original Deltarune character that it's based off. I think he's a tiny little gremlin boy, but I'm not sure. Sam said he was my sister, but I haven't played Deltarune yet. I finished Undertale, and me and Sam were going to play Deltarune, but we haven't had time to get together because we both work a lot, so I mean, that's not too much of a surprise. But anyway, here's SNEEG SNAG in all of his Mothman glory, the protector of the forest, and he's probably about to pounce on somebody by the looks of it. I kind of like the pose I chose. I could have done better in hindsight, but it is 2020, so everything gets worse. Anyways, I thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below what kind of monsters you expect or YouTubers you're interested in seeing. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.